Hello students, how are you? I think you are well by the grace of Almighty, and I am also fine by the grace of Almighty. Welcome to my YouTube channel Learn with Sultan Joy. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Mohammed Sultan Miya, lecturer from 36 BCS, Department of English, Shahid Bugul Government College, Pabna. So today's lecture, what shall we discuss today? So today's lecture is theme writing, and in my previous class I have already finished how to write a theme, and now today we shall discuss another poem. This poem is included in Unit 10, Lesson 1. You see, the Unit 10's title is Peace and Conflict, and the Lesson 1's title is Definition, Causes and Types of Conflict. This poem is written by William Butler Yeats. The shortest form of William Butler is W.B. Yeats, and poem name is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. So first of all, we will have to know about the life and works of William Butler Yeats. So William Butler Yeats actually an Irish poet. He was born in Ireland in 13 June 1865, and he died in January 28, 1939. So he is called the last romantic and the first modernist poet in the history of English literature. Why he is called? Because in 1832 the Romantic age was ended, and he was born in 1865. So he was the last man in the Romantic age and the first man actually in modern poet. That is why he is called the last romantic poet and the first modernist poet. That is why most of his poems actually we find many romanticism, the romantic characteristic. Suppose Easter 1916, The Second Coming, Sailing to Byzantium, and this poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree also. The characteristics of romanticism is what? Love for nature, escapism, love, beauty. Romantic poets actually wants to live with the lap of the nature. These are the characteristics of romanticism, and in this poem also we get these kinds of romanticism. So in this poem we get the escapism point. He is escapist in this poem. Escapism means what? Actually, escapism means who wants to leave the present world, want to go to an ideal state, ideal society, ideal country where he will get more peace, more solitude and contentment in his life, in his heart. And this poem also has the modern characteristics. Modern people, the modern man, they are not happy with the present time. They are very busy and their life is so much materialistic. They are very hedonistic. They don't have the spiritual power. They are the barren lands. Their brain, their concept become the barren land. They are spiritually barren. They have no communion with the God. Modern poet actually deals with the problematic theme. So modern people actually, they are not happy with the conjugal life. They are not happy with the present life. They want to live and want to go to the lap of the nature. So in this poem we also get the same theme. He actually wanted to live this present world as a modern man. Well, so this poem was written in 1888, but it was first published after 2 years, 1890, in an English newspaper, the National Observer. Okay, and W. Yeats is a very influential poet. He got the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1923. So he's a Nobel laureate. He started in London, and he was very successful in his life. Now let us turn on to the poem. Actually, the poem is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. Innisfree is an island. This is a holy place right now. Many pilgrims actually go there. Now let us turn on to the poem. The first line is, I will arise and go now. That means he will go safer places where no one will disturb him. Why? Because escapism is the characteristics of romanticism. He will arise, that means he will go to a place where he will find some peace, where he will find some solitude. The present world, the modern life is very materialistic. Modern life is very busy. Modern people are very busy. They cannot communicate with the relatives. They are hungry for money, and their only motto is to achieve wealth and power. That is why the poet actually. He's very fed up with the modern world. That is why he would like to go to an island that is called the Innisfree island, where he will live with peace and solitude. And go to Innisfree. That means you would like to go to Innisfree. This is island already I have said. The second line, and a small cabin built there. That means a cabin. Cabin means a hut or a very small house. He will build there. Okay, he will not build a building there. He will not build a multi-story building there, because he will live with the natures. That is why he will make a small cabin. He will make a hut, and he will make a hut by what? Of clay. You know the clay. Clay means the mud. I mean the wetted soil and wattles made. And he will make this cabin. He will make his cabin by the wattles. What do you mean by the wattles? Wattles is a cane, okay? Or wattles is a material for making fences, walls, etc. with twigs or branches. Okay, it means he will build his cabin with the natural material. And the third line is 9 bean rows will I have there. 9 beans. You know, bean is one kind of vegetables. This is a seed actually. This seed is edible for human beings, and this is very popular vegetables. 9 beans. What do you mean by the 9 here actually? There are lots of meanings of the 9, but forget about that. Think that he will grow their vegetables, not only the beans. He will grow their every vegetables to make a food of his daily basis necessities. Okay. A hive for the honeybee. Hive is a place where the bees lived, and in a hive actually bees collect the honey. It also means the honeycomb actually. Okay. It is a place for the bees to live in. So a hive for the honeybee, and live alone. There he will live alone actually. No one will become accompanied with him. He will live alone there in the bee-loved glade. You know, glade means an open space in a forest. Okay, so in an open space he lived alone, and he will enjoy the bee sound. I mean the buzzing sound. That buzzing sound he likes very much. And by hearing this sound, he will forget his din and bustle life. He will forget his busy life. He will forget his avarice. He will forget his greed, and he will forget his sin also. So this was the first stanza. Now this poem has a 3 stanza, and every stanza have 4 lines. And already I have finished the 4 lines. Now let us turn on to the another stanza. The first line is, and I shall have some peace there. That means he will get some peace there. For the seeking of peace actually he went there. That is why he will enjoy the peace. For peace comes dropping slow, and the peace will come very slowly. And ultimately his whole body will be very relaxed, will be very cold. There will be no tension in his head. There will be no aches in his body. There will be no anxiety in his life. It means all the pieces, all the relaxed will be dropping slow in his whole body, will be covered his whole body. Okay, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. You know, in the morning the dew actually drops on the grasslands, on the twigs or the branches of the trees. It looked like a pearl. He will enjoy this actually. The veils means actually the curtain. Cloud actually make a curtain for dropping the dews. That is why he used the term here, the veils. Okay, and where the cricket sings. You know, the cricket is one kind of insects which are buzzing, and especially in the evening. So he will enjoy this cricket sings, cricket sounds, these buzzing sounds. He will enjoy. So it's a very pastoral scenery. It's a very rural scenery. It's a very country life scenery. So in a pastoral life, you will enjoy everything. There are midnights, all a glimmer. In the midnight actually, the midnight will not so dark but not so light. That is called a glimmer. So midnight will be very much attractive. So midnight, in a midnight, he will also enjoy the attractive scenery. He will enjoy the glimmer, not too much bright and not too much fade. He will enjoy the midnight scenery. Okay. And Nune purple. Purple is one kind of color. Someone says it's a violet color. So in the daytime's color, he says about the colors. He says about the scenery. He actually enjoy this attractive scenery. Okay, and glow means what? Shine. That means the purple color will shine the beauty, will shine the day. Okay, or we can say it's a radiation. It's a splendor. Okay, and evening full of the linnet's wing. That means in the evening, evening scenery is linnet's wings. You know, the linnet is one kind of bird. The scenery will be the linnet's color. So already I have finished the second stanza, and this is stanza number 3, and this is the final stanza. I will arise. Again he says, I will arise. That means he actually put emphasis to go on that place and go now. For always, night and day, I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. For always, night and day. That means every time actually. It is not only the time of the day, but also the time of the evening or the night. He will enjoy the splash sounds of the water. When the waves actually lapping, it makes a very rhythmic sound, and this rhythmic sounds, this murmuring sound, actually he liked very much. That is why he said, I will enjoy the lapping sounds, I will enjoy the waving sounds. And next line, while I stand on the roadway. So actually here the poet clears about the things that he actually not went there. It was his dream or imagination. He was actually on the roadway. Roadway means a very broad way, very long street. In a long street in a city. So actually he was in a city and standing on the roadway, he actually imagined to go on that island. He was in a deal and bustle life. He was in a busy life. In a road, there is lots of vehicles, lots of sounds, lots of fume, lots of smokes, and there are many people actually jostling each other. That is why he actually didn't bear this. So standing on the roadway, he imagined to go on a place where he will get peace and where he will get solitude. And obviously, Innisfree, Innisfree Island. Or on the pavement's grey, that means on the walkway. So whenever he is standing on the pavement's grey road, or in the Broadway road, or in the main road, he actually hear it in the deep heart's core. He said, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So standing on the roadway, he wanted to hear the lapping water. He wanted to hear the murmuring sound. He wanted to see the purple glow. He wanted to see the midnight's gleam. So it was his imagination. So this was actually the poem. I think you are very clear of this poem's theme. What shall be the theme? The poem actually explores, or the poet actually explores, or he was longing for peace and tranquility. Though he lived in an urban area, he actually wanted to hear the rural sounds. He wanted to live in the lap of the nature. So the theme is the desire to escape from the present life to achieve peace and solitude, and he actually wanted to be united with the nature. That's all. Thanks and best of luck. See you in the next class. If you like my video, then subscribe my channel, and if you already subscribed, then thank you very much. That's all.